I don't really even know how to describe myself completely, to be honest, but like I will have very introverted phases of my life and very extroverted phases of my life. And I also kind of just jump between both of them kind of easily. And, even in like one phase of my life, like, I will be like antisocial, but I'll still be going out and stuff like that. So it's like I was kind of in the same boat. Like me and Micah would talk about this all the time, even in college. Like when we were in college about like, how annoyed we were by XYZ or whoever, and we were just like, I don't know, we both I think enjoy our alone time for sure. I mean, not to sound like, bratty or anything. But yeah, I think Micah and I are both very similar in that way. Or at least we definitely were very similar when I was in college, my senior year, where, like I didn't mind the fact that I had to, suddenly just spend a bunch of time alone. In fact, I think it was good for me for a short amount of time. And yeah, like when COVID first hit, like I was enjoying that aspect of it where all of a sudden, your social obligations kind of just come down to zero. And I enjoyed that. But, obviously I think a lot of people have experienced this since COVID. I mean, at least I did. And that's just been, what relationships have been like after all of that. Because normally I feel like, and also just once you graduate college, it's not just COVID. I think in general, adults definitely struggle with making new friends and, just having like opportunities for that and really having it stick. But I think COVID definitely made that a lot worse. I don't know, what has your experience been like with that, Micah?
Yeah, I would say for me, I think it's interesting in terms of friendship because even in college, there were a lot of, people I hang out with quite often. And I was at a time where I was not personally confident. I was very confident with the work I could produce and achieve through school. But on a personal and I guess relational level, my interactions with a lot of my friends, I would often feel as if I couldn't express myself the way I wanted to, or I was a bit of a people pleaser and people wouldn't care to hurt my feelings. And I think that's in part why I quickly became friends with you because I think that we're both, rational and caring people. So we think a lot before we speak. But I realized even, after college, I had this crisis and I thought, how might I find meaning? I tried painting, learning the guitar, got a dog, got a cat, and I connected with some of my old friends from college. And it was interesting because, some people who I truly really disliked back in college, but they were my friends. We've become friends, and I talk to them sometimes on a weekly, on a monthly basis. Some of them I tried reconnecting with. We talked for a little bit, and now I've realized there's really no point in being friends with you for various reasons. And not even to say that they might be a bad person, but you get to pick your friends. You might as well pick someone that's truly beneficial to your life. And then I've also had these other friends who I would say don't respect my boundaries. And so those are friendships I've kind of discarded. And yeah, so in terms of making new friends, I tried to make, I guess, new friends with my old friends. Some of those were successful. And in general, I have some coworkers who, at work, we're very friendly, but those are coworker friend relationships. So you probably don't call them real friends. And outside of work, there are some people I'm friendly with, but I wouldn't say we're friends. And so yeah, I wouldn't say I have really any friends in Los Angeles, but I don't really mind that because I like to spend a lot of my time producing stuff, working on stuff, so it doesn't bother me too much. But I do miss friendship.